Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing. Mic check.
I'm here.
Can you hear this one? Warren, do you have that button pressed? Testing. No. Oh, thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Warren Planning Commission meeting. It's 7 o'clock. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Ansar,
Present.
Commissioner Duze,
Present.
Commissioner Halawadi, Commissioner Hawk, Commissioner Mori is present, Commissioner Benecki,
Present.
Commissioner Smith.
Present. We need a motion to excuse Commissioner Hawk this evening.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we excuse Commissioner Haw.
Support.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duze, supported by Commissioner Ansar. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approval of the agenda. Need a motion to approve the agenda.
Chair,
Motion to approve.
oh, you, okay, I make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
Okay. There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Mori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approval of the minutes of December 1st, 2025.
Chair, I make a motion to approve the minutes from December 1st.
Support Mori.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Mori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I don't, is he? I'd like to recognize our ex officio, Councilman Noonan. Good evening, sir. Item number 6A.
Item number 6A, site plan for revised parking lot layout, adding new parking spaces and landscaping boulders located on the south side of 10 Mile Road, approximately 200 feet west of Ryan Road, 3930 East 10 Mile Road, Section 30, Mark Gianni and High Tech Collision, and Zohair Kasha, A1 parking lot maintenance. PSP 250038. This was postponed from September 22nd, 2025 and November 17, 2025. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Is the petitioner here this evening? Can you come up to the podium, please, and tell us a little bit about your project?
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Michelle Perry Sargent. I'm with John Tagle Architects, representing Mark Giannini here. And we are presenting a site plan for approval that shows some new parking and outdoor storage in an already existing fenced area. And asking for, I believe, 3 variances that are listed.
Okay, thank you. Correspondence?
Correspondence, Taxes Current Engineering. Preliminary review of this site yielded no comments from the Engineering Division. Zoning, ADA parking should be 16 feet, can move fences 3 feet south. AT&T. AT&T does not have any objection to the proposal. Comcast. In response to your utility request for the above project, please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast, CATV, and fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at cccutilityrequest@teamsigma.com. DTE. DTE Electric Company has received and reviewed the site plan for revised parking lot layout, adding new parking spaces and landscaping boulders. DTE Electric Company has no objection in relation to the site plan for revised parking lot layout, adding new parking spaces and landscaping boulders, impacting 3930 East 10 Mile Road, Section 30, per the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. MCDR. Macomb County Departments of Road, MCDR, has received and reviewed the enclosed preliminary review for the preliminary plan for the above referenced site. MCDR has no objection to proposed development at above mentioned site. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the phone number above, 586-463-8671. MCPWO. The Macomb County Public Works Office, MCPWO, has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined the proposed site disturbance is less than 1 acre and will not require a stormwater review from this office. If a no objection letter is required, please forward your request to wesley.jonick@macombgov.org. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam Secretary. Planning Department's recommendation.
It is recommended that the site plan for revised parking lot layout, adding new parking spaces, landscaping boulders, and open storage of service vehicles and trailers be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number 1, 5 copies of revised site plan shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, add the location map to the site plan. 1B, the total square footage for the 7 outdoor storage spaces equals 2,240 square feet. The site data chart indicates a total outdoor storage area of 4,170 square feet. It is unclear where the additional 1,930 square feet of storage is located. The plan shall clearly identify the storage areas requested. 1C, the accessible parking space shall meet the van size requirements, 16 feet in width per ADA requirements. 1D, a note shall be provided stating, all lighting on the site shall be shielded and not encroach upon abutting properties. The light fixtures, pole, and base shall be no higher than 20 feet as measured from the top of the light fixture to the bottom of the base at ground level. All glare shall be eliminated from all light fixtures. Upward directed lighting shall not be permitted. 1E, plant 2 deciduous trees in the lawn area east of the parking lot. Planning staff suggests either eastern redbud or serviceberry trees. Add the trees to the site plan. Number 2, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. 2A, to retain the 15-foot front setback, that's 10 Mile Road. The minimum setback in an M2 zoning district is 50 feet. 2B, to exceed the allowable amount of open storage, 1,440 square feet. And 2C, to retain the gravel surface in the rear in the open storage area. If approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. And number 3, a performance bond in the amount of $2,760 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $92,000 by the petitioner. And we have a note that the Planning Commission currently retains a performance cash bond in the amount of $2,500 as a guarantee for site improvements. This is for the now expired 2008 site plan. Once the new bond is posted, this old bond can be released. And this ends the recommendation.
Thank, Madam Director. This is a public hearing. If there's anyone like to speak on this item, please come up and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. State your name and address for the record. Seeing none, I need a motion.
Commissioner Chair, I make a motion to approve with discussion.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi,
Support.
supported by Commissioner Duzay. Discussion?
Okay, can the petitioner step forward, please? Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, just, I have a couple, 2 quick questions. One mainly is, why do you need more parking? I'm just kind of curious.
In front, the parking in front,
Why are you?
that was a request from the city. Right now it's gravel, so they've sent a letter to the petitioner and asked for it to be the hard surface parking. So
Okay.
we're showing that.
Okay, understood. And what are you gonna be storing on your grounds that you need?
Cars.
Storage, I mean, I see like some of the pictures, there's like, looks like paint containers or something by the dumpster.
Yeah, those are old photos. There's a new business that has, that's what's triggering this, that has come in, and they are a small paving company. So what they need to store in back is their service trucks and trailers with their paving equipment. So
So
that's what will be.
No paints, open storage or anything like that?
No.
Okay, thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead.
Question, the boulders, are they there? They're not there.
They're not there right now, there's some bumper blocks there, but from the gas station, people drive across the grade there and cut into his property, so the city had asked if we would place those there to prevent the drive-through.
Fair enough. People coming out of the Shell station? Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Anyone else like to speak on this item?
Yes, may I, please? As you said, it's gonna be a new business, like a truck and trailer storage place.
I'm sorry?
As you said, it's going to be a new business, no more collision shop, right?
They're, both businesses are at the property. The collision shop he's getting ready to retire, but he's still operating out of there. But he only uses the interior of the building, where the paving company would like to use the outside storage.
So at the same time, there will be a collision shop running, and also there will be trucks and trailer, they will park there.
Yes.
Okay, so 10 Mile and Ryan is kind of one of the hard spot for the accident. I still remember that probably 2022 there was 2 deadly accident, and one spot dead and one of them badly injured. So that was only my concern, that if a truck is parking, the truck and trailer always coming out. I know exactly the location, like next to the gas station. Probably the mobile gas station, 10 Mile and Ryan. That's one of the bad spots. I'm only worried about this traffic thing. So if truck is coming, do you have any idea that, how often those truck and trailers gonna, come and park there?
Are they just in the morning, daily?
The
when they-
trucks, they only go out in the morning
Hmm?
and they come back at night. There is no other traffic.
Do you have any idea how many truck?
There are 6 trucks and 6 trailers.
12 of them, they will come every day morning time, and they will leave every day morning time they will leave, and they will come back again after like 6
Yeah.
p.m.
There is no confusion, there is no,
Yeah, they leave in the morning to go to their jobs, and then they come back
yeah.
in the evening.
The body shop right now, I only do like 1 or 2 cars a month. I'm by myself, I wanna go. So, I'm gonna stay there until it's gonna sell.
My only concern about traffic, because Ryan and 10 Mile, it is one of the spot
whatever's
that
gonna
a lot of accident happened there, and few of them was deadly accident.
Right.
Thank you for information.
You're welcome.
Thank
I
you.
yield
Anyone
my
else?
Mr. Chair, if I may?
Hold 1 second. Okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yep, one of the recommendation mentions that you are supposed to require a variance from the ZBA. I think there is a confusion on the, how many square feet of variance, so what is that amount? Do you know?
Yes, it's the 4,170, because that is the entire fenced area of the back. Their calculation is based on what I showed as kind of like rectangles for the trucks and trailers, but because of circulation, maneuverability that they're gonna need, they have paving equipment that sits on the trailers. I'm sure sometimes it's gonna come off and sit on the ground until they, move things around. We'd like that entire back designated as outdoor storage.
So according to, the maximum permitted for open storage in the site is 1,440. And you're requesting 4,170, so that's like what, double the amount?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, if not a little bit more, but it's
Yeah, it
already,
is.
it's an existing fenced area that we're requesting to be designated that.
And you currently have, and you're adding the landscaping and everything in there?
Yes, we're doing the rest of the conditions that they're asking for.
Okay, thank you.
And honestly, actually, now that I think about it, one of the conditions is they're asking to move that fence 3 feet south. That will decrease that outdoor storage area by 3 feet by whatever the length is of that.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Two questions. Do you agree with all the recommendations?
We do.
And you see that they dropped the bond, or the bond is 2,500. 2,500 was the bond of the old item. So you understand that once the new bond, which is 2,760, gets accepted, then you can get a release on the old bond.
Yes, we understand.
Okay. What are your hours of operation?
What hours of operation?
9 till 5. 9 a.m. till 5 p.m.
Is that the trucks coming in and out and everything like that also?
No, actually, that was my hours. His hours, it's like 7:30 in the morning, 8 o'clock, depends on the weather, until, you know, like maybe 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, depends on the weather. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. My other question has been answered already, so if there's no other, Commissioner Duzey?
Mr. Chairman, if I can for a minute. If you have to move that fence 3 foot south, then you're adding to it. You're not subtracting square footage.
Going in. No, it's going in.
Yeah, it's going, to the south is towards the rear of the property.
Right.
So it's not gonna get
So
more,
we're
it's gonna get
shrinking,
less.
yeah, we're shrinking the outdoor area then.
So you're taking that fence 3 feet north.
No.
I could. No.
That's where I'm confused a little
Yeah.
bit.
He's
'cause-
he's on the south side of Tenville.
Yes, yes. No, I know exactly where he's
Yeah.
at. But if he goes south 3 feet from there, then you're adding to the parking area.
To the parking area, we're taking away from the outdoor storage area.
Oh,
We're adding, yeah, yes.
Commissioner, they're moving the top fence line that's in the beginning of the storage area,
right.
it'd be moving south, because the recommendation is to move it south to add the size that's needed for the accessible parking space. They're missing a few feet, 3 feet, so they need to move it down so they can add to
Okay.
that width for that van accessible space.
I confused that fence with the fence at the back of the property,
Okay, no,
which is the south side.
yes. yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you.
Thank you. That was a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Duzey. Roll call.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes,
Commissioner Duzey?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Benecki?
Yes to approve.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project,
Thank you.
and have a good holiday. Item number 6B.
Item number 6B, site plan for open storage of trucks, trailers, and rock salt bin located on the south side of 11 Mile Road, I-696 Service Drive, approximately 520 feet west of Burnett Road, 14156 11 Mile Road, Section 24, Siri Dunksty, sorry for mispronouncing that, East 11 Mile Road LLC, Jacqueline Sindir, East 11 Mile LLC, PSP 250023. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
You want to tell us a little bit about your project, please?
Yep, so it's we had recently purchased the property. We have a landscape and snow removal company that we're going to be running out of the location. And we're looking to get additional parking along with the approval for the rock salt bin.
Okay. Correspondence?
Correspondence, taxes, current engineering. Preliminary review of this site indicates that Planning Commission approval should be contingent upon the petitioner's compliance with the following conditions. The provided legal description doesn't match with the Macomb County parcel records. Fire. In response to this site plan review for 1415611 Mile, the fire department doesn't see any issues that would affect our operations. AT&T. AT&T has a lot of facilities on this property, servicing the cell tower on the south end of the property and the existing building. I do not think there would be any issues with the proposed open storage plan, but please ask the petitioner to contact me if there are any conflicts. I'll get them connected to the correct engineer to discuss options. Comcast. Comcast has facilities that are in conflict with this request. In response to your utility request for the above project, please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast CATV and fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at ccc.utilityrequest@teamsigma.com. DTE. DTE Electric Company has received and reviewed the site plan for open storage of trucks, trailers, and rock salt bin. DTE Electric Company has no objection in relation to the site plan for open storage of trucks, trailers, and rock salt bin impacting 1415611 Mile, Section 24, per the site plan provided. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at 586-783-1978. MCPWO. The Macomb County Public Works Office has reviewed the site plan for the project referenced above and has determined the proposed site disturbance is less than 1 acre and will not require a stormwater review from this office. If a no objection letter is required, please forward your request to wesley.jonick@macombgov.org. MDOT. The site access is on MDOT's ROW. Any work, driveway modification, sidewalk work, water main tap, sanitary tap, drainage, and etc. on MDOT's right-of-way or changes to the drainage system that may impact MDOT system will require a permit. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning Department's recommendation.
It is recommended that the site plan for open storage of trucks, trailers, and a rock salt bin be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically, number 1, 5 copies of revised site plan shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, the R1P district, the north 40 feet of the property, shall be corrected and shown on the plan. 1B, a note shall be provided stating all outdoor retail sales of items shall be prohibited on the site. Number 2, the following variances may need to be obtained from the Zoning Board of Appeals prior to the release of the site plan to the Building Division. 2A, the existing building may need a variance for the west building setback of 5.9 feet when the side yard setback is 60 feet. 2B, to allow 8,770 square feet of open storage. And if approved, the variances shall be added to the revised site plan. Number 3, a performance bond in the amount of $540 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $18,000 by the petitioner. And according to the note, the Planning Commission requires a minimum $1,000 performance bond. Therefore, the bond shall be $1,000. And this ends the recommendation.
Thank you, Madam Director. This is a public hearing. If anybody would like to speak on this item, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to comment. Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission. Need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we approve the site plan for open storage of trucks, trailers, and rock salt, 6B, per the recommendation of staff.
Support Maury.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Maury. Any discussion?
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yeah.
Then this is probably a question more for Michelle. In the correspondence, when the engineering department mentioned the legal description doesn't match, so is that something that's been corrected, or?
Sometimes they just give a real general response, and it could mean that it doesn't say it's wrong, but there might just be something that's not exactly the same as the legal description of records, so they'll need to look at their plan, and if need be, we can, you know, talk to the engineering department to see what it is, but doesn't state it's wrong, but it just could have a minor change or minor difference that they may need to adjust
Okay.
based on their comments.
With that, if we go to Comcast, it mentions that it mentions that Comcast has facilities that are in conflict. So I know I didn't really see anything mentioned in the recommendation. So is the petitioner supposed to get back with Comcast and figure out what's in conflict, or how does that work?
Yeah, I mean, really, these comments, they will need to address these. These are the comments we received during correspondence, and so they will need to reach out to Comcast and get that, you know, resolved if there is a concern, because this request is for storage, so it may not be an issue in the end, but they will need to reach out and address any of these additional comments we received in this process.
And we don't have that included in the recommendation.
It's part of the additional comments. It says, I mean, we included in the recommendation all the comments that we've received, and so they received these to also, as additional items that will need to be addressed.
Okay.
Yeah,
No problem. Thank you.
you're welcome.
That's all.
Anyone else like to speak? To the petitioner, good evening. Can you come up?
Sure.
What are your hours of operation there?
What's that, I'm sorry?
What are your hours of operation?
The hours of operation are typically 9 to 5, but obviously if there's if there's a snowstorm going on, then, you know, we have to, respond within, essentially 1 hour of a snowstorm.
Okay. I noticed in our photos that we took of the area, there's a couple buses in there. What's the deal with the buses?
The buses are being removed. They're not owned by us.
Okay. So are you new owners on this?
What's that, I'm sorry?
Are you the new owners?
We're the new owners of the property, not the buses.
Okay, okay. The gentleman, Siri, how do you pronounce his last name?
Sergey is the first name. Last name is Dukhnitsky.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. I probably won't
Yeah.
be able to pronounce it, but thank you.
No problem.
All right. If no one else has questions, that was a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Maury.
Commissioner Duzay? Yes. Commissioner Maury votes yes. Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes.
Commissioner Benecki?
Yes.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes to approve. Good luck with your project.
Thank you so much.
And,
I appreciate it.
Have a good holiday.
Happy holiday to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 6C,
Item number 6C, site plan for a convenience store with gas station located on the northeast corner of Mount and 13 Mile Roads, 31104 Mount Road, Section 4, Michael Wiegand and Gazebo Real Estate, Josh Burton, and Agree Convenience Number 1 LLC, PSP 250050. Thank you.
is the petitioner here this evening?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, Madam City Attorney, and fellow commissioners. Cecil St. Pierre on behalf of the 7-Eleven Speedway Group. You know, I have a legal question. May I, there's only 6 people, right?
Right.
And so that makes getting 5 an approval tough odds, right, number one. But is it also true that I would need to have 5 votes to vote against me in order to be a valid rejection? Or otherwise it's automatically tabled? Because I remember the one time I sat up there, I think Mr. Smith, you asked me the question. And he said, this was the very question in regards to the number of votes based on the people that we had. And if I remember correctly, I ended up, for some reason, checking it out before you asked me the question, and lo and behold, I could answer it. And I remember it being just that. If memory serves me correct, listen, I'm getting old, who knows?
Madam Secretary, Attorney, you want to address that?
Memory is good, Mr. St. Pierre.
Is it?
5 votes are required, or there's an automatic table. However, the board amended the rules, so there's no longer the right to table if there's not a full board.
So I couldn't have, I can't ask for a tabling. I have to go through with the,
Mr. St. Pierre, you could ask for the matter to be tabled, but it's not automatic.
okay,
The tabling would not be automatic.
can I ask for a tabling at any time?
What about a postponement?
Let me, can I just confer with the,
Good evening.
Good evening.
I think we choose with this amount of voters to table, but we would like the opportunity to still have a discussion and just go over the project so we can address any comments or concerns.
Well, usually when we have a motion to table, we don't have any discussion or postpone on it.
I thought it was an odd request myself. Just one moment, please.
May I ask a question to our attorney? Mr. Chair, I have a question to our attorney. If we continue and if we don't get 5 votes, it automatically postponed, if I'm not wrong.
yep,
Right.
it's automatically postponed, if I remember
If
correctly.
if they don't get the
Mr.
5 votes, it automatically postponed, right?
Automatically tabled.
Yes, automatically
Yes.
table. I just want to clarify this.
All right, rolling the dice, okay? I'm gonna indicate what we have here, okay? We
Okay.
have a M1 industrial site, if memory serves me, well, I'm saying my memory again, but if someone else knows, it wasn't me that I was told, but I believe it's either M1 or M2. And you gotta have to understand that there's 100,000 cars per day that drive up and down Mound Road. And so this is why we believe this is a very, how do you say, hospitable or a good use, because number one, if you're gonna have an industrial site, then one, you could have a dispensary, car washes, you could even have storage and all these other things that, people complain about. What we're proposing is a speedway, which is very reputable, and we're also with the 7-Eleven, which is also another reputable market that is gonna be taking this particular space. And so you have a C1 use as opposed to an industrial use. They could have a tool shop there if they wanted to as well. The proposed site plan is also recommended by the planning department. I think that's important to note. It's being recommended. It meets all the city ordinances. The proposed site plan meets all the city ordinances. No variance is needed. And there is a state law that says that if you meet all the city ordinances, you shall approve the site plan. There is a caveat. There's a section 22B4 or something like special land use. There's some reasons, but I do not see any of the reasons here that would make it, how do you say, violate any ordinances. This site plan is perfect. We have a traffic study, traffic survey in regards to for 13 Mile Road. Mr. Worth wanted it done before he would approve it. And I know Mr. Wiegand, we all know gazebo, right? Mr. Wiegand always wanted that 13 Mile Road ingress or egress, and he never got it. But this would be, and I think this does everyone a big favor, quite frankly, with my experience. The number of gas stations, and I know there's been some complaints about this being here from before, as in regards to representing Speedway and 7-Eleven, but the number of gas stations is not something in which you could deny this site plan, okay? That's just not in the ordinance and a valid reason. Just like if there's 4 car washes next to each other and they're all in the C3, they can go in. But I do want to point out that I have the authority to mention that the speedway on 12 Mile Road, just east of Mound Road, is on its way out. Okay, so there's gonna be a, just like we did before with, I believe it was a 14 and DeQuinder on the Troy side, or Madison Heights side, it's going to be, that is gonna be phased out, and so is this one, because it is a little obsolete, it's been around for so long, so it'll be another net in regards to that. The last thing I wanna indicate, and I think it's important, you know, this is America, right? Mike Wiegand, and if anybody knows about Gazebo, he's been around for 51 years. The man has run a great business. He's given back to the community, and we had our policemen stuff there, the firemen stuff there, and the beautification commission there, and maybe planning's been there too, okay? And it's been there for political fundraisers of all sorts, of everybody, right? And not that that's so important, but the other thing is funerals, showers, and maybe even some weddings. Well, he has set this is his retirement. And this is it a good offer? Well, he thinks it is, and I don't believe anyone's gonna get anywhere near this for him, for what he wants to do for his retirement. So this isn't just about Speedway, it's about Mike Wiegand and the gazebo that he's done for 51 years in order for him to try to, how do you say, make a retirement for himself. He's taking care of his mother, who's here in the wheelchair, and that shows you what kind of guy this man is. And it's important in the sense that this is his retirement, and the hall business is not what it used to be. After COVID, a lot of things happened. And I'd like to say one thing is that he is somewhat, Speedway is too, relying on the fact that this has Planning Commission's approval. It complies with all the ordinances. It's like M1, C3, C2, C, it's like 3 steps down. In our pyramid scheme of zoning, C1 is a permissible use. And so as a result, and because it has all the ordinances, or complies with all the ordinances, that he took a chance in order to make this public. He's gonna lose some bookings, he's gonna lose some employees, but he was relying on the fact that there is a state law that says if all the ordinances are there, you shall pass this. And so,
Mr. St. Pierre?
it's still up to you, and I'm done.
So I take it you want to continue with this vote?
Yes.
Because you had mentioned the table, so you still want to continue with this vote?
Why, do you think I should?
No, I'm just saying, we have to go on, we have correspondence, we have to go over with the planning department's recommendation, we have all that stuff to take care of also.
All right, I'm done.
Okay.
We want to go forward. Yeah, we want to continue.
Okay. Correspondence.
Correspondence. Texas Current Engineering. Preliminary review of this site indicates that Planning Commission approval should be contingent upon the petitioner's compliance with the following conditions. Number 1, Macomb County Department of Roads approval and permit are required for work in the Mount Road right-of-way. Number 2, on Mount Roads right-of-way, Macomb County Department of Roads allows the maximum 30 feet back of curb to back of curb width for the proposed drive approach at the property line. Similarly, the City of Warren allows the maximum 30 feet back of curb to back of curb width on 13 Mount Road right-of-way. 3, all the existing and proposed utilities within the vicinity of this project limits along with the material size should be shown. Comcast. In response to your utility request for the above project, please refer to the attached map for the location of Comcast CATV and fiber facilities. Aerial cables are highlighted in orange for fiber and yellow for coax cable. Underground is highlighted in blue for fiber and green for coax cable. If we can be of further assistance, please feel free to contact us by email at cccutilityrequest@teamsigma.com. MCDR. Macomb County Department of Roads, MCDR, has received and reviewed the enclosed preliminary plan for the above referenced site. MCDR has the following objection to the proposed development at the above mentioned site. Number 1, MCDR allows only 30 feet back of curb, BC to back of curb with wide entrance approach in MCDR's road right-of-way. Verify and revise the Mount Road entrance. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me at the phone number above, 586-463-8671. Thank you.
Thank you. Planning Department's recommendation.
It is recommended that the site plan for a new Speedway gas station and convenience store with 6 dispenser auto canopy be approved with the standard conditions of the Planning Commission, and more specifically. Number 1, 5 copies of revised site plans shall be submitted indicating the following. 1A, dimensions and bearings shall be provided along the perimeter of the parcel on the site plan. 1B, provide the length and width dimensions for the convenience store and canopy on the site plan. 1C, the property in question is 1.55 acres. A stormwater narrative explaining how the site will comply with the city's stormwater ordinance shall be required as the plan indicates the disturbance is over an acre, which is the whole site. 1D, add the acreage of disturbance on the site plan. 1E, the parking spaces around the building shall measure 20 feet in length as measured from the edge of the bollard. Provide the parking space dimension from the bollard. Provide the dimensions for the adjacent maneuvering lanes. 1F, the trash enclosure and attached shed indicated on the site plan is larger than the typical trash area. The Planning Commission shall approve the modified trash enclosure and shed area measuring approximately 35.33 feet by 11.46 feet and containing approximately 405 square feet. Indicate the material and construction of the proposed trash enclosure and attached shed on the site plan. 1G, the planning staff communicated with representatives for the proposal regarding the hard surface turnaround pad needed for the truck servicing the trash dumpster. The area would be constructed approximately 40 feet south of the enclosure and located in the east side yard area of the property. The general width would be approximately 20 feet. No variances are required. And number 2, 2 copies of revised floor plans shall be provided indicating the following. Label the outdoor retail sales items west side of the building. It appears that there may be additional outdoor retail sales locations on the floor plan than labeled on the site plan. The floor plan and site plan sales areas shall match. Number 3, 2 copies of revised lighting plans shall be provided indicating the following. There are areas along the property boundary where the proposed lighting is greater than 0.0. Update the shielding for the proposed light fixture so the lighting covers only the property and does not encroach upon abutting properties. Number 4, 2 copies of revised landscape plans shall be provided indicating the following. Burning bush is an invasive species and is on the Green Macomb Do Not Plant list. Instead of burning bush, some possible options are arrowwood viburnum, bush honeysuckle, sweet spire, or hydrangeas. Number 5, permit shall be required from the Macomb County Department of Roads for work in the Mound Road right-of-way. Permit shall be required from the City of Warren Engineering Division for work in the 13-mile road right-of-way. Per MCDR's comment, the driveway cannot exceed 30 feet in width back of curb to back of curb in MCDR's road right-of-way. The petitioner shall contact MCDR to discuss the driveway width. Number 6, a performance bond in the amount of $258,000 shall be posted according to the estimated cost of $8.6 million by the petitioner. And there's a note, planning staff recommends a reduction in the bond to $158,000. And this ends the recommendation.
Thank you, Ms. Michelle. This is a public hearing, and if anybody would like to come and speak on this item, please come up, state your name and address for the record, and you'll have 3 minutes to speak.
Good afternoon, Chairman. Good afternoon, fellow board members. My name is Lloyd Brown, address 31330 Mound Road. Just a quick background. Lived in the city of Warren for about 34 years. Raised my family here. I brought my business here in 1997. And I served the DDA for 16 years. So, pretty familiar with things here in the city of Warren. Today I'm here to talk about my company located at 31330. I'm the sole owner, the CEO and president, and we're just a few hundred feet from this proposal. We're certainly not against development. You know, we operate a high-tech facility. We employ hundreds of folks, professionals. You know, it's important that we're able to attract talent and retain them. My concern obviously is a 24/7 gas station. I drive up and down Mound Road every day. It's a racetrack. It's super dangerous just getting into my building, much less that corner, which is a super dangerous corner. I mean, I watch emergency vehicles try to get across Mound Road. I mean, they have difficulties with lights and sirens. So I can only imagine what it's going to look like when we have gas tankers pulling in there. You know, from a land use standpoint, you know, it was zoned, it's in the DDA. So that's, you know, something I do want to point out here. You know, because when I sat on the DDA, I know a lot of our things also went to the council for approval. So from a land use standpoint, you know, it brings congestion. You know, there's a lot of things that a gas station brings. You know, I heard a little bit about safety, and I'm concerned about safety. I'm concerned about traffic. I'm concerned about crime. And, you know, the city has a master plan. And, you know, we can say it's not important, but I think it is. You know, there's 19 gas stations between 696 and 14 along Mound and Van Dyke. In a 3-mile area between 696 and 14 Mile Road, there's 11 gas stations in 3 miles. So if we go to our neighbors to the north, there's like half that number in a 5-mile area. So do we have a plan? I thought we had a master plan. I thought it's about developing a city that we want to live and work in, and not just drive through and get some gas and something to drink.
Excuse me, sir, your time's almost up.
All right, so in conclusion, you know, I would respectively request that this proposal be denied because I don't think it's a fit for an industrial, potentially high-tech area that could bring in jobs and further the city, you know, further the city that I spent a lot of time and energy and money on. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Before the next customer or petition resident comes up. No, you're done, sir. Thank you. We have a Zoom person waiting on Zoom. I want to have them speak first before we get to the next neighbor. Are you ready for the Zoom? Huh? Oh, they don't want to speak now? Okay. Then go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Shamun Jarbo. My address 30953 13 Mile Mound South. I've been about 16 years in the gas station. I'm built nice gas station. We do 24-hour service. It's too many gas station is approved in City Warren, special on Mound Road. And it's not too much volume now. And everybody is hurt, special about year and a half. It's two-year construction. And now they want a 7-Eleven across the street. Already is a speedway in the 12 mile east. Another speedway in 13 mile north, Van Dyke. Another 7-Eleven in 14 mile Ryan. Another 7-Eleven 16 mile Mound. And I don't know, City Warren, every corner, right there, or any building, they want to be proof gas station. 5 gas station sheet is coming to the City Warren. How we go live? That is too much. And these big companies, 7-Eleven, sheet stuff, they own billion. We don't own, we own 4 or 5 million. We want to make a living. We got family. Every business has 5, 6 family. They live from this business. This company, they don't care. Go 7-Eleven, product double, everything. They don't care. This company, they own million. They don't care. And not service like our service. Believe me, they don't care about no people. They care just about money. And the gas is high price. I compare my gas every day. I cheaper from Speedway. And you have to think, City Warren, you know, about everybody, you know, has got family stuff, not too many gas stations. It's okay, you know, but They own money stuff, you know, they go spend everyone, and they go get the bullion dollar to, like, shit, they come 2 months, they build the station, it costs $15 million. Nobody can make it, you know, because they own bullion, not million. You have to city warrant to look for the people we living in the city, we build the city, we working for the city, we 24-hour do service.
Your time's about up, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening. My name is Jay Holtz.
1 second, sir. 1 second. Okay, go ahead, sir. State your name and address for the record.
My name is Jay Holtz. I am the owner of the business and property at 31239 Mound Road. It's not directly across the street, but I'd say kitty corner from this property. I guess I'd start by, if I may address Mr. Mike, you've got a fabulous piece of property, and I wouldn't in any manner want to tell you what to do with it. I do feel you could do a lot better than putting another gas station. I think it would be better for the city. I agree with the former speaker that coming up from 696, there's 3 gas stations in each direction. There's a Sheetz gas station going in at the corner of 12 Mile. I think a better use could be made for this piece of property, and at least in my opinion, I don't think you'd have a difficult time finding another owner that would give you a good value for it. That's the end of my remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Chair and Commissioners. For the record, my name is Jordan Siegel. I'm counsel for Waltonin Engineering, which is located at 3133 Mound Road. You have just heard from detailed testimony from Mr. Brown and from other corridor businesses. My role here tonight is to tie the facts that they have given you into the city's rules and ordinances, and explain to you why this development is inconsistent with the city's code, the city's development plans, and what's right for the neighborhood itself. First, the application is simply not ready for action under the city's own review framework. Your planning forms and checklists make it clear that the site plan decisions are to be made upon complete coordinated submittals with agency determinations incorporated, and the site plan set, including access permits and a traffic impact study on the record, which we have not been able to see. The staff has long applied that standard, and this commission has recently postponed the Sheetz gas station review several times so that these studies can be disseminated and additional outreach can be had when those were missing. That was the right call then, and it's the right call now. Particularly given that the driveway spacing, turning movements, queuing, and site distances here go directly to public safety. We've heard testimony tonight that the drive here is dangerous as it is, and without permitting the community additional opportunities to review, it is simply a recipe for moving violations and moving targets and accidents on the road. Second, the proposed 24-hour operations and associated late-night activities are incompatible with adjacent businesses. The performance standards for protecting those neighboring properties from glare, nuisance conditions, and other off-site spillovers. Warren's zoning sign regulations in Appendix A of its zoning code already prohibit certain lighting elements because of spillover and visual clutter. These are sign rules, but the same rationale applies to high brightness canopy, which is what we're going to get. The tight conditioning on signage and lighting are already embedded in the zoning code and are practiced for precisely these sorts of uses. Any approval must at a minimum adopt the same sort of protective posture on signs and illumination, require that the applicant put forth those commitments in advance and not for those things to come later.
Excuse me, sir, your time's about up.
Finally, the market saturation has been well noted by the prior speakers. All this is a recipe for a vacant, failed business. It is not going to be, we believe it will not be successful. It will be a detriment to the businesses that exist there. That's why all of the neighboring businesses have come here to speak in opposition. The environmental impact of a UST is well known and should be recognized before they have official approval to go forward. And it's for those reasons we ask this board to delay, postpone, or deny this application. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening. Anyone else like to speak on this item? Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Michael Wiegand, 31104 Mound Road. I'm the owner of the gazebo. This isn't a decision I came to lightly. It's with a heavy heart that I speak before you today. This is the only job I've had since I was 13. 51 years. I'm a full-time caregiver for my parent. I'm the only caregiver, sole person. This is just, this is my time. I'm going to be almost 65 by the time this would come to fruition. This is the highest and best use for my property. It's a tough time out there in business, and this is a good opportunity for me to go into retirement and do what I need to do for my family. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, sir. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Mandy Goss, CESO, the engineer on the project 13060 South US Highway 27, DeWitt, Michigan. Thank you for having us here tonight. Just wanted to point out a few things real quick about the site plan. Again, I know you guys have already seen it, heard the plan of recommendation. I will point out with the traffic study, because I know traffic was kind of something that's been brought up today. With the traffic study that was provided, it does show that that intersection operates currently at a level of service B, as in boy, and it will continue to operate at a level of service B for the overall intersection with our proposed development. I know the city requested us do the traffic study because they were concerned about the queuing from 13 Mile backing up beyond the driveway. And it does not. The queue per the study for the westbound through traffic is about 128 feet. Our driveway is about 185 feet from the stop bar to the west side of our entrance on 13 Mile. So I just kind of wanted to point those out specifically regarding the traffic. Again, traffic for a gas station is 75% pass by. So we're pulling cars off the existing. We're not adding a lot of new trips, which I know with other uses, that's not necessarily what happens. You get a lot of destination trips with a lot of other uses. So a gas station is very much a pass by trip, pulling existing cars that are on the roadways today and just funneling them to the site to get coffee before or after work. So just kind of wanted to point that out. Again, what we're proposing here is a Speedway gas station convenience store, 4,852 square feet. It'll have a 6 dispenser auto canopy and then 31 auto parking spaces. Overall, again, we meet the codes. We don't need any setback variances for our development. I know we will signage just because you guys don't, the striping and everything. We'll have to come for signage variances with your existing codes the way they are in order to have the stripe on the canopy. So that's the only variance though that will have to come back in front of the ZBA is just for signage. Other than that though, setback, site-wise, we meet your codes and requirements. I know stormwater was one item that was brought up as well. We will do an underground detention system on the site to accommodate the stormwater. And we haven't done the full design yet, but likely it will drain towards 13 Mile. So if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Thank you, ma'am. Does anyone else like to come up and speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll turn it over to the commission. Need a motion.
Mr. Chairman, for a variety of reasons, I'd like to make a motion that we postpone until we can go through this, the traffic study and everything else with a fine-tooth comb. I heard what people were saying, and I appreciate Mr. Weigand being here, but I'm really not a big fan of this development. I don't think it fits. And coming into the historical district, it just, you're going from putting something in that really doesn't fit as you're going north on Mound Road. So that's my motion.
I like to support that motion of postponement.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Morey for postponement. So,
Give us at least a month to go through all this, because I think some things have been missed. Every time I've gone through there, going west on 13 Mile Road, you get to that corner and it's just a mess. And I don't know what the traffic study says, but I'm worried about that driveway coming onto 13 Mile Road and how a truck is going to get through there without knocking something down. For the gas is one thing, for the garbage is another thing. It requires a little more thought and a little more views. That's my opinion, and that's my motion.
okay. Did you have a comment? Because you seconded it.
I think the petitioner did mention about the traffic study. I didn't really see that included. So if I would like to have that information and review it in more depth before we make a final decision in this.
Okay. We did get a traffic study. It was in our packet. And it said it was low service ability. Question I was concerned about was the driveway on 13 Mile, because there is a turnaround on 13 Mile traffic coming eastbound at that point. So how will that turnaround affect the traffic that's going to go in that driveway?
I think it's a combination of things, and you're totally 100% correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's some, I don't know if Mr. Wiegand had a chance to talk to his neighbors about what he was planning to do or not. That might not be a bad idea, just to kind of get everybody's mind of what's going on, what needs to be done, or maybe they could even offer suggestions or something he might work with him, because I understand his retirement and he's trying to look out for his livelihood. So, you know, maybe they might even have something they can suggest. Other than that, they can talk about that. But other than that, it was a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Morey, to postpone. So we need to postpone it to a certain date, which would be, what, the second?
Is the first meeting in is January 12th. That meeting, the only reason I'm suggesting that is we only have one item on it. The second meeting in January already has like 4 items scheduled. So that's, I just wanted to let you know that.
So postpone to January 12th?
I mean, if that's.
Would that be okay with?
We have the traffic study. I mean, we did provide a note
I saw
regarding it in the finding.
Right.
But so we did we provided a brief summary in the finding about it. And we received comments from our engineering division regarding, you know, engineering and the Macomb County Department of Roads.
Right.
Who provided their comments, so.
Well, January 12th will give us a couple of weeks anyway to to meet and go over things. To the petitioner, Mr. St. Pierre. Do you think that we could go over these things that need to be done in that time period, or do you need more time?
No, I talked to my client, January 12th is fine.
Okay. So we have a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Commissioner Morey, to postpone this item to January 12th. Roll call.
Commissioner Duzay?
Yes.
Commissioner Mori votes yes. Commissioner Ansar?
Yes, to postpone.
Commissioner
January
Halawadi? Thank you.
Yes, to postpone to January 12th.
Commissioner Benacki?
Yes, to postpone.
Commissioner Smith?
Yes, to postpone to January 12th. Hopefully you can work
Happy
things out.
holidays to all.
Happy holidays, everyone. And
Next year.
like I say,
See you next year.
if it doesn't, work out that way for Mr. Wiegand, maybe they can offer some suggestions,
Okay,
So,
thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good holiday. Item number 7, correspondence.
Item number 7, fourth minor amendment to the approved site plan for Home Depot located on the northwest corner of Hoover Road and Eagleman Avenue, Section 22, 25879 Hoover Road, Don Chaskevich and HD Development of Maryland, Inc., Katie Fitzgerald, Kimley Horn and Associates, Inc., PMA 230009. Minor amendment is to allocate space for outdoor storage, outdoor sales, and parking spaces approved on December 4, 2023. Conditions never completed, expired on December 4, 2025. Thank you.
I need a motion to recognize the expired amendment.
Chair, I make a recommendation for the expired.
Support by Ansar.
There's a motion by Commissioner Halawadi, supported by Commissioner Ansar, to recognize this expired site plan. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 8, old business.
Item number 8, special land use and site plan for a used automobile dealership located on the east side of DeQuinder Road, approximately 40 feet south of Golson Avenue, 22760 DeQuinder Road, Section 31, Samir Yaldo, 22760 DeQuinder LLC, Steve Dumont and Design Struct, Inc., PSP SL 2500001, recommended for denial by the Planning Commission on September 22nd, 2025. The petitioner is withdrawing their application for special land use and site plan. Thank you.
I need a motion to accept the withdrawal of this application.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the withdrawal of the application.
Chair, I make a second that motion.
There's a motion by Commissioner Duzay, supported by Mr. Holloway, to withdraw this application. Roll call. Not roll call. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Number 9, bond release. Seeing none. Number 10, new business.
Planning Commission approval of the 2026 and 2027 Planning Department budget.
Planning Department, want to come up and speak on this, please?
I know at the last meeting, the planning director went over the budget and touched on the changes that were presented in this budget, the fiscal year 27 from the year before. So unless you want me to go over those again, otherwise, just the only changes to the document this time were the addition of our new employee, Lisa Gibson's name in the spot for office assistant, and also, as a result of the master plan committee meeting, there's in total 3 joint meetings that are listed in here, opposed to just 1 before. So everything else is the same, and then we included in the packet the correspondence we received from Commissioner Morey. So but that's not in the budget. That would be up to the commission to discuss. So those are the only changes from last time.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Michelle.
You're welcome.
Commissioner Morey, would you like to explain your correspondence?
Yes, I would like to kind of, I think this is something that we talked about last time, so there was two things that I had requested, and definitely with the discussion with the rest of the commission, I think we should put this in the budget by amending it. So the first one was allocating around $3,000 for planning commission for attendance at city council meetings and other special public meetings and/or projects. And then I think that goes in page 22. And page 23 is a meeting allowance, increasing that to $100 per meeting for each of the 9 planning commissioners. So those were two of the changes that I was requesting, and definitely wanted to bring that up with the rest of the commissions and then discuss and see what we agree upon.
I would like to have you get into more detail on the one for the $3,000.
I think my special reasoning for requesting more of like an overtime, because I think a lot of times we get called in for meetings like by the mayor requested, or a lot of other, like, you know, attending special meetings that takes place throughout. So I think having that budget allocated would allow the planning commissioners to prioritize when needed, and especially those last minute calls. And any of the meetings that we should be attending with the city councils can be accommodated for.
Because mostly this depends, this is determined by planning staff that normally attends these meetings. Commissioners don't normally attend all these meetings. So to put in $3,000 for meetings that we may not even attend, to me, doesn't kind of make sense. Because you may attend 1 or 2 meetings, maybe max, you know what I'm saying? Because in the past, we've never attended them unless it was something important, but to put in that kind of money just for if, I don't think it's gonna go through. As far as the $100 increase for our salaries, I think it's reasonable. So, but we'll turn it over to the commission for
Mr.
discussion.
Chair, may I talk?
Go ahead, Andy.
Yes. First, I have a question to our attorney. If we approve anything by our planning commission, still this budget has to go and get the approval from the council, if I'm not wrong.
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
Yes, first, the commission votes, then it goes to the mayor. The mayor reviews, makes a recommendation to council. So there's still another review period, and then there's a possible adjustment that could be made by the mayor.
Okay, then goes to council or
Correct, yes.
not? Okay. So still, it's not final. You know, we are just giving them a recommendation, and then you gotta go to the mayor, through the mayor, and then council. Then, if they all approve, then it will be, you know, the final. And I agree with our chairman, and also I agree with our Muri for the $3,000. I wanna propose different to him. I think, you know, all of us as a commissioner, if we attend to at least in a year 1 or 2 meeting, to the council meeting, so it will benefit our commission, because commissions, some of the council meeting are very important to be there, so we can learn some of those things, and that can be beneficial for the city, and, you know, we can make a right decision. So my suggestion will be, you know, we can, if our attorney is here, if we can come up with something like all of the commissioner at least in a year 1 meeting, 1 city council meeting or 2 city council meetings should be there with paid. So if we pay them to be there, so our commissioner will be more interested to go there, so they can learn some of the important thing what is happening in the city, especially the budget meeting, budget review, or some of the important meeting. That is my recommendation. If you can come up with some kind of amendment that all of the commissioners, especially planning commission, my suggestion will be planning commission, GBA, those important commission, and also, you know, I should not even talk, but just my thought, and board of review. Those 3 important commissioner, if there is an ordinance or something, like all of the commissioner in a year 1 or 2 meeting should be in the council meeting and learn and get the paid, like whatever, $75, $100, so that can be benefited for the city. So they can put good things, you know. If I learn something, so I can put this input here when I'm making decision, as we are making some of the important decision. That is my suggestion. If we can come up with something and send this to the mayor, so they can review it and council can review it, and if they think it is okay, then it's okay. If they don't think, it's not okay, then of course they will change it. My suggestion will be, come up with a plan that all of the commissioner, every year, one meeting or two council meeting, they should be there with they will get the paid for $100 for the attending this meeting. If you all okay with that, we can suggest something like this. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other discussion on this?
Mr. Chairman, I understand what Commissioner Mori, how she presented the 3,000 addition to the budget. Do we have, I don't think we have a petty cash or a slush fund for coming to meetings and so on.
We don't have petty cash in our department.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I like the, moving it up to $100 a meeting, that's fine. I don't know how we'd account for the 3,000 in it. And what difference we can make. If we don't spend it, then it stays in the budget. Having it there might not be a bad idea. So I agree with Commissioner Mori on all this, on both her suggestions. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anyone else like to speak on this?
Chair?
Go ahead.
I
Commissioner Alwadi.
apologize, didn't mean to. Okay, one thing I would have to agree with is I've seen and I was told, okay, that it's been a few years since the commissioners have gotten a raise and things have gone up in time, a lot of us have spent our own time traveling to and from different sites and stuff, and, should be somewhat compensated for that. So I would agree to I second the motion, whatever, raising our rate to $100 per meeting so to, in a way, compensate us for that extra time that we spent. Now, as far as that $3,000, if that's something that we think would be necessary, I could go along with that too. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. I know you wanted to say something, but let's let everybody talk that didn't get a chance to say anything first, then we'll come back to you. Commissioner Benecki, you have anything to say on it?
I had more of a clarifying question, maybe around this and if with your permission.
Okay. Let me, I wanted to ask the city attorney her idea on this and see what she thinks, and then we'll get back to that question.
I think the question is, can a commission be compensated for meetings outside of its own meetings? That is a matter of, that's within the discretion of the controller for the most part. Because obviously there's a practice in the city, commissioners do attend administrative meetings, and usually that's not compensated. It's on their own time. So the question is, if you're acting as a commissioner at another board meeting, we'd have to discuss with the controller whether that could be a matter that's subject to compensation. And I don't have the answer tonight. I have to talk to the controller, because it has to be consistent among commissioners. When a commission receives compensation per meeting, that's typically for the service provided at the meeting or incidental to the meeting. When you branch out to other meetings, city has to develop a policy. Obviously, there will be joint meetings. You're serving as commissioners. There will be compensation for all board members at those joint meetings. So if you could bear with me, I'll talk to the controller.
Okay, this budget that we have tonight needs to be approved tonight, right?
That is true. I mean, you could approve a certain allotment. Actually, Michelle?
It does have to be submitted by the first, is it by the first week of January. So this is our last meeting of this year, and our next meeting is not until January 12th, so it has to be approved. Any recommendations voted on and have to be approved tonight to be recommended to go forward, so, yeah.
I would like to maybe make a suggestion because of the time restraints. The part that has the $3,000 in it is gonna take a lot to decipher that, to try to figure out how it would be put in the budget to where it would work. And that's something I think at this point in time, there's not enough time to make a decision on that. But I would still, we could make a decision on the $100 increase if everybody agrees to that. Any thoughts on that?
If we are under such time constraints and everything, then I agree that we should go with the per meeting schedule at this point in time, and then let the city attorney go through it with the controller on what we can do going forward. And if you want that as a motion, we can do that. Or the city attorney is dying to say something.
Yes, please. We're gonna hear you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Mr. Jujay's point, this is a recommendation to the mayor. So obviously the concern will be relayed between, I don't know, Michelle, myself, it'll be relayed.
Okay.
So that an adjustment, if it's appropriate, will be made at that level before it goes to council.
Okay.
Mr.
Does that help?
Mr. Chair, can I?
Hold on 1 second. Commissioner Mori wanted to say something else.
I wanted to clarify, and this is for my own clarification, this question is more for the attorney. So we know how we're allocating, right now at this point, $100, if that goes through, for 9 commission for the last 4 years, ever since I've been here. We never had 9 commission, right? So with that extra money that is left in the budget, what happens to that money?
Okay.
Right? That our budget director would channel that money, obviously, to a different account or hold it with planning. I don't have the answer. She controls what happens to unexpended funds.
Yeah.
Okay. Because even like, let's say we don't go forward with the 3K and then it's a lower amount, or that amount never gets used, allocating that balance just for us to be able to attend those meetings, that's what I was kind of interested. Right now, we're 7 commissions. We're allocating for 9 commissions for this year. So we are gonna be, if we do not get a commission by 1st of January, right? We are gonna be having those extra money put away from the beginning of the year anyway. So that's why, that's kind of where I was coming up with the question. It's like, what really happens with that access money? But that's it, it's just clarifying questions. Thank you.
Yes. Mr. Chair.
Okay.
Can I?
Good, Commissioner
Yes.
Ansar.
As you know, it is going to be a recommendation to our mayor and also council. So I want to recommend specifically for each of the commissioner, they can, if they attend to 3 council meeting in a year, they will get like, $100, like, how we get $100. So it will be 2,700 in a year. That's 3,000. So I want to specifically 3 council meeting, if we attend, we'll get, $100 for each meeting. So we want to recommend something like this to the mayor and council. So then, if they review it, they okay. You get my point?
Okay, so all I could do is take that concern and forward it.
Yes, please.
It's legitimate, I understand. Because you made a very good point that sometimes the presence of a commissioner does help the council make a decision on the merits. Understood.
Chair, I just wanted to point out on page 23, we do allocate for a lot of additional meetings, like if you comment for
Right.
like a, the master plan committee, we are allocating for these different meetings, the joint meetings we've talked about, so we have that right now on this meeting allowance table already, allocated for those meetings, if there was a special meeting, so, that's already here, and for the bylaws and rules and procedure meetings, so for the person that comes in on those, so we have those set aside to be paid out, but, so that's what we have right now in the budget, so.
Right. So like Ms. Michelle said, we already have meetings that are besides our regular meetings that we can get money for when we attend those meetings, so. The other one about the $3,000, we can make a motion to approve the ones we agree on, and make a motion to recommend the $3,000 item. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
if I may, on page 23, we've got 3 joint meetings with ZBA and 1 special meeting, and that comes out to $2,700, which is just shy of the 3,000. So we've got money in the budget already on page 23.
Right.
So I think that's covered.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense, because we do have the other special meetings in the budget. Okay, so we should take a motion. You want to do that in 2 parts, or how do you want to do it? Hold 1 second. Hold 1 second. Go
It
ahead.
could be a motion to approve this budget with the amendment to cover the increase to the per meeting payment.
Okay,
I can make that motion.
okay.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to amend the budget and include $100 per meeting for each of the 9 planning commissioners.
Support.
So we do all in favor, or can do roll call?
It involves finances. Please do a roll call.
Okay. So that was a motion by Commissioner Morey, supported by Commissioner Duce. Roll call.
Commissioner Mori, I vote yes. Commissioner Duze?
Yes.
Commissioner Ansar?
Yes.
Commissioner Halawadi?
Yes?
Commissioner Bonacci? Yes. Commissioner Smith?
Yes, and that's on the
$100.
$100 for the meetings. Okay. Now, as far as the other recommendation for the 3,000, you just want to make a motion just as a recommendation? Because we don't know where that's going to go.
Chair?
It's already in there.
In the budget.
It's in-
Chair, 2,700's already there.
On
Right,
page
so I know-
23.
I understand.
That's,
We don't
that's
have to vote,
separate, that's already in there. That's
But-
3,000 she added extra,
But,
just for the council meeting.
but the 3,000 is separate from what's already in there for the other meetings. So, okay. Okay, so, what do you say, Madam Attorney?
They'll never approve it.
Mr. Chair?
If you'd like to make a recommendation to the mayor,
Yes.
that would be
Okay.
a separate, to make that vote.
Just make a okay, you need a motion to make a recommendation to the mayor on the item for the $3,000 for the
When are you
additional
gonna do it?
meeting,
All right.
possible meetings. It's just making a recommendation,
Mr. Chair?
yeah.
If I may ask a question. So I know our attorney had mentioned the fact that you're going to check back with the controllers to make sure. So this rule of attending the meeting, so if our budget was to go through, it would only be for planning commissions. It's not going to be for any of the other paid commissions, or how does that work?
I mean, yes, I have to confer with the controller about that. I don't have the answer, because my understanding is when you act as a planning commissioner at planning commission meetings, then the compensation applies.
Yeah. Okay.
Beyond that, I'm sorry, I do not have an answer tonight, but I will look into it.
With that, I would like to kind of mention the fact that I think when we attend those council meetings, we're not acting as a commissioner.
Right.
So I
Right,
would like to
right.
withdraw that because we're not. Yeah,
We
so
can be an attendee, but not
we're,
participate.
yes. But I think because last year we were told to go at least 2 of the meetings. When I say last year, I mean 2025. So I would like to maybe, when we have the budget roll around next year, maybe we can discuss throughout the year and see what type of, if we were to attend those meetings, what are our rules, and according to the bylaws, what are we really supposed to do if we are asked to attend those meetings? Do we just listen in, provide inputs? How does that really fall into our duties and what we're supposed to do? So maybe that's something we can discuss throughout next year and then figure out.
So maybe we can put that second item on hold
Yeah.
Yeah.
until it's gonna be further figured out, okay? So right now, the only motion we approve is the extra money for our commission.
Yes.
We all agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's where we're at. Item number 11, citizen participation.
Not all at once.
Item number 12, planning commission business, planning director's report.
Okay, good evening, Planning Commission. This will be a short report, as I did have some time off around the time of the last meeting, which was December 1st, up until last Monday. Well, last week we held several meetings with representatives and owners for potential upcoming projects. There were some potential site plan projects and even some rezonings. So we'll see if those come to fruition in the next few months. And I'd like to introduce, we have a new staff member. On Friday, December 12th, Lisa Gibson started in the planning department, and her title is office assistant, and she's sitting right over here.
Welcome, Ms. Gibson.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the team.
And really, that's it. This ends the report, so if you have any other questions, please let me know.
You just got hired by the best planning department in the state.
All right, item number 12B, regarding the appointment of a new commission assistant secretary. Do you have any thoughts of who would like to assume that role, or would you want to wait to our next meeting to make that decision?
Mr. Chairman, I think it would behoove us to wait until we have a full 7-person board as opposed to a 9-person board. Hopefully we'll get some more people up here, but having a vote without Commissioner Hoag is, I don't think it's right.
Okay, so then we'll suspend it to until the following
Okay.
meeting.
But I have a question, Commissioner Chair. Has anybody heard from Commissioner Hook if he even,
Well,
if he has an interest?
Well, he commented tonight, he wasn't be able to make the meeting tonight, so.
Okay.
We'd rather wait till he can be here so he can see what he wants to do. Yeah, so we'll wait till the next meeting. It's not. Make a decision then. Okay. Planning Commission discussions, concerns, anything?
Commissioner Chair?
Go ahead.
Okay, I have a quick question. I heard, or has the joint meeting, has it ever been set for this, that we're supposed to meet with the ZBA and?
The joint meeting that we would discuss before?
Yeah.
It's planning, we're planning it in January.
Has a date been set yet?
I believe that the date that's being discussed is the 22nd, but I will confirm it once it's,
Okay,
you know,
'cause I heard it.
finalized, so.
I thought I heard a different date through the grapevine.
Oh, okay, so
That's
that's,
what I wanted to
I
find out.
believe the tentative date, but we're gonna send out the agenda and the official invitation once it's finalized.
Yeah, 'cause I know we have been discussing it for a couple of months already, and just was wondering if a date has been set yet for that meeting that we agree that should take place. Do you know?
Yeah, I think, you know, beforehand, we wanna like firm up the agenda and what's gonna be discussed, and then
Okay.
everything will be sent out and confirmed.
Okay, thank you.
Mr.
you're
Ansar?
Yes. I want to talk about the same thing again. You know, before the meeting, you know, me, you, and attorney, we talked about it. So about the gas station and car wash, I think, you know, every times, you know, all those residents, constituents, they're coming and they're blaming us for that. Eventually, planning department, they have to follow the ordinance, and we have to follow the same thing. So like today, you know, you see that Speedway, they came and they followed all the ordinance. There was no variance needed. So that means planning department, they have to take the petition. And also as a commissioners, you know, we are kind of have to follow the same thing. We have to approve it. But so far I see that all the constituents, residents, they are like very frustrated. They don't want to see more gas station in the city. They don't want to see more car wash in the city. They don't want to see more dealers, major dealers in the city. Yeah. So, but things are coming and people are being made on us. But we cannot do anything. We cannot change the ordinance. Those city council only can do this thing. So I will request again, I did last 2 times, that please, and also I see our councilman and union here, I'm asking your attention. So please come up with something that for the gas station, especially gas station, car wash, and minor, repair shop, those kind of thing. You guys need to study and come up with any amendment that residents are happy. Do you really need that many gas stations? How many gas stations we have? Too many. Too many. You see that also Duze probably, you are not agree with the news video. I'm not agree with that too. But how can we deny this?
Mr. Chairman, we can.
Yeah, we can discuss.
He's
Yeah,
okay?
he can talk. We
Okay,
can.
go ahead.
Yes.
We have the ability to turn something down for health, safety, and welfare reasons.
Exactly.
And today's discussion, as far as I'm concerned, was more about safety than anything else. Because I'm really concerned about that. I've been through that corner during traffic and without traffic. And it's very confusing to get onto Mound. And I got a real bad feeling that somebody's going to see that driveway, think it's Mound, and go blasting through the gas station. So I'm looking at it as a safety item, and that's valid. So health, safety, and welfare. If we have something in that purview, then that's a legal reason to knock something down.
Yeah, if we say, as you were saying, the safety, you know what? You can deny any of the plan, just say safety. Like we approved 10 mile and Ryan another one what do you call collision. I can say, it's a safety reason, I don't want it. You know what I mean? So my main concern is, do you really need that many questions? We need a strong ordinance that is going to be good for the city, good for the neighborhood, and also city council, attorney, you guys need to review the ordinance, whatever we have right now, and come up with the change, what is needed right now. That is my request, because you see the frustration from the constituents, residents, about gas station, car wash, minor repair shop, those kind of thing, those kind of ordinance needs to be reviewed, so we don't get that blame. People are blaming planning commission, planning department, that we are approving too many gas stations, we are approving too many car wash, we are approving too many repair shop. So that is my concern. I wanted to talk about it. Thank you,
sir.
guys.
Attorney, you want to say something?
That's okay, the discussion changed.
Did it change? Okay. All right. Very good. We understand all the concerns, and everybody got to say what they wanted to say. So,
Chair, I just want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year then, before we adjourn.
all right. Item number 13, calendar pending matters. Seeing none. Item number 14, motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to adjourn after wishing everybody a Happy New Year, a Merry Christmas, and a Merry whatever it is.
Same to you all.
That people
Happy
celebrate
holiday.
at this point in time. And thank you to all the petitioners over the year, and thank you to my colleagues for doing a yeoman's job up here on the Planning Commission. Thank you very much.
Do we have a motion to support that?
I hardly second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, New Year, everything. Have a good evening.